guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today we will continue with the readings on members' next solo project. And today we're doing Jimin's, just because he posted on Twitter after a really long time. So I thought this might be an appropriate time to just try to channel his energy and try to see what does he have in plan for his next solo project. So I aim for this to look into the project that is like a complete body of work. So it would be like a real solo project. It would not just be one song released on SoundCloud or one collaboration with some other artists. It's a proper body of work, like a mixtape or something else. I don't know, but I've got the feeling that Jimin is not gonna release anything major this year. So I was just kind of leaving the question open. So I kind of asked, what does Jimin want to do with his solo project? What kind of project that he's working on? Or yeah, just basically what kind of ideas he has, if he want to work on an individual piece of work. So we have some tarot cards here to get the details, and then we've got these oracle cards to give the basic ideas on what kind of messages Jimin wants to embody in his solo work. And these oracle cards just to give us not necessarily a time frame, but a close look at the energy, at the current energy of how Jimin is working on this particular solo project. I didn't aim for this to do anything but time frame, because I knew that he's not releasing anything this year, not for sure, but like intuitively. And these cards is like what he wants to do. No, how does he want to present his individual work? And I had such a hard time shuffling for these cards. So I guess for now the idea is not very clear to Jimin as how he would present this work. So it is still very premature. The whole thing of the whole idea of doing something independent or something individual, something individually. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, let's start with the tarot cards. We start with Son of Pentacles. So yeah, this gives me the feelings of like a little bit unsure as how to proceed. It's like he's thinking a lot about this, but hesitating somehow. He does not push forward with the idea, or like he hasn't got much done basically, but he wants to do it. And I think he has some kind of a solid foundation to start on, like not physical, like he has got something to work on maybe, but like the foundation that I'm talking about is like mental foundation, like he has motivations and his inspiration to do it. But for now he's still not sure what exactly it is that he wants to do and how exactly he would want to present it. So there's a lot of thought going in here, like a lot of thinking, and not so much action. So that's what it is with this card. I don't normally get that feeling with this card, but as I don't read cards based on what the card is, but based on the artwork on it. So that's the take from this. Now we have the Empress. Yeah, definitely like in the incubating stage. Like he's having a lot of idea, and he's like growing the ideas inside of him. He's also like, I'm getting the vibe like healing himself, because Jimin only wants to present the best version of himself. So there's a lot of things like inner work that he's doing or he needs to do before he feels comfortable or confident enough to present himself independently. So there's a lot of but I also get the feeling like he does not put pressure on himself. So he's being quite relaxed about it. He let it go with the flow. He's learning a lot from people. He's taking in as much as he can and storing them for later use. Yeah, makes sense. See, we have 6 of Cups. So like gathering all the resources, planning his how you said, concreting his foundations, make sure that the foundation is good enough before he does anything. Yeah, and he doesn't show much. Like, we will never know how much is going on underneath the surface. So he doesn't show much of the progress to other people. He knows what's going on inside of him. Like, again, a lot of inner work, how do you say it, spiritual work as well. But yeah, a lot of like he's working on himself, on his emotions, on becoming the better version of himself. But I get a really nice and like kind of relaxing, peaceful, nurturing, blessed feeling with this card. So I feel like he's in a good stage mentally. He's happy. He doesn't have too much pressure of putting out some kind of work for himself. So I think that's good. Yeah, and we have 9 of Swords. There's definitely a lot of healings to do. There's a lot of, as I said, he only wants to present the best version of himself. So he feels like there's a lot of emotions that he has. He doesn't want to present them in his solo work. He doesn't want them to present in the solo work. Because when they do music, they being very honest with themselves and honest with what they do. So whatever it is that they feel, how do they feel at that very moment, it will be translated into their music, and people will be able to pick up on that. It's the exchange of energy. So I think Jimin understands that very well, and he knows that if he has negative feelings within him, he won't be able to put out the beautiful work that he wants to put out. So he, instead of like stressing himself on making something or doing something, he's working on himself to heal from all this negative feelings or all these wounds and hurt, so that he will be able to channel more positive energy into his solo work. Yeah, the Hangman. See, he's not doing much at the moment. He's preparing for it. Yeah, the Hangman in this position is also like resting, healing, but being aware of the surroundings. So he knows that people might be expecting, or he knows that there's work to be done, and he knows that there's potential that he can exploit, or he can utilize. But he's waiting because he knows there are fundamental works to be done. And we have 2 of Pentacles. This is transformation for me, but it's also about keeping balance as well. So as I said, from the vibe of this the Empress card, he is in a good stage. The energy is flowing within him. very smoothly. He's being grounded, like he's taking not slowly, he's like taking control of his emotions and his energy, and he's working on that. He's working on transforming himself, and once he's done it, he will be able to dedicate himself fully into doing something, like into making an independent work, or solo project. Yeah, see, Eight of Pentacles. He's working on it. He like pulling the strings and building it up. Like he has the foundation, he has the skeletons, I think. But like the core of it, he doesn't know for sure as of how he would present it, or how would he put it into how is it, like into a proper work. But he has the idea. The funny thing is that even before I took out all this deck, I was thinking about doing a reading for Jimin, and the Eight of Pentacles popped up in my head. Not this particular card from a card from the other deck, but it was like, it is gonna be Eight of Pentacles. Like I just heard it in my head, like it's gotta be Eight of Pentacles. And when this came out, I was like, yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. That is a really, really nice card to end this tarot spread. So the Wheel of Fortune in this deck is the combination of everything that we have been through, we have done, or has happened to us. So as I said, it makes sense with all this. Like Jimin is working on himself, he's healing from past hurt and wounds. He's taking in everything from people around him, like he's collecting pieces and pieces to make his own Wheel of Fortune. And when he's ready, it's gonna be like mind-blowing. It's gonna blow up big time, because the Wheel of Fortune is like already blessed. But it is hard work. It's not something that appears out of nowhere. It's not something that is pure luck. It is a lot of work. And it is something that is well earned and well deserved. So now we will look at these cards to see, like, get a glimpse of the energy of the moment. I don't think it's gonna reveal any time frame, but let's see. See, we have expect powerful change. It's new moon and eclipse, so we don't get any time frame unless there's gonna be a new moon eclipse this year, next year. I'm not sure. But yeah, expect new powerful changes. It is this Wheel of Fortune. It also is the transformation between these two cards. So definitely yes, it's like Jimin's working on himself, and once he's done that, he will present it in a way that nobody is ready for it. Like, it's gonna be so powerful. Hold your vision. So again, we won't get any specific timeline, but it is what it is. It's almost corresponding with this Son of Pentacles. Like he has the rough idea, like he knows what he wants to present, but he has to go through all of this, as I already explained. So hold the vision, and he will get there soon. Right, so these cards will tell us like what kind of messages that Jimin wants to deliver with his solo work. As I said, he has the rough idea, so I think this will be this will be kind of like I don't want to say on point, but I think this will be quite reliable, like, if that's the word. Right? Ooh. Wow, see, we have love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. This is definitely like one of the messages for Jimin himself. and he wants people to understand this message as well, because Jimin to me is like the best example out there for learning how to love yourself the way you are. He really is, like, he struggled a lot with his self-esteem, his self-image, his self-conscious, and he's breaking out of it. He's getting into a stage of loving himself and being comfortable with himself. So I think this is a very, very important to him, for him. So he would definitely want to present that in his solo work. It's not just a message for himself, but for the people that listen to his music, for the people that support him as well. He wants people to feel freed, like he is, like, freed from judgment, freed from the norm, freed from the stereotypes, freed from social standards and things like that. Like, just be who you are and love yourself the way you are. That is a very, very important message for him personally. So I think he would definitely put that in his work. And the next one we have, look to your inner strength. What else can I say? You are stronger than you realized. It is also a message, I guess once he has gone through all of this, he will be able to put into words, or put into music, or put into art this message in a beautiful, beautiful way. And he wants to love people the way they are. He wants people to love him the way he is. And he also wants us to love ourselves the way we are. And to be able to do that, you gotta understand yourself, and you gotta rely on yourself, because once you realize how strong you are, you have all the strength to conquer anything in the world. I think Jimin understands that. He has come to understand that in the recent year. And the thing is that 11 is Jimin's life path number, so that is significant. Right. So we get to this card as like how Jimin wants to present his work. So the first one we've got, Fox Spirit, think on your feet. So I think, like, as I said, for now he doesn't know for sure like how he would present his work. I think this explains it pretty well. Is think on your feet is like figure out as you go, being flexible, but it also gives me the feelings like very artistic dance. So it also gives me a really artistic dance, and the type of dance that's like really smooth and a lot of elegant movements, because the foxes, like, they are very, like, how, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but they're very quick on their feet, and they move so smoothly, like almost like they can flow like water. And they're also like small and compact, so they're very quick. I just get a lot of like elegance feeling. So I guess Jimin would want to express himself in a dance. Also looking at these hot colors, I also feeling like some kind of like passionate dance, like very expressive dance, kind of. That's what I associated the fox with. But as of for now, he hasn't figured it out that yet. So he will do like walk as he goes, as he proceeds. Then we have Hold the Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. This is a little bit like more spiritual, but as I said, once Jimin has learned all these messages for himself, he kind of felt like it is his responsibility to shout out all these messages, and I guess it's also part of his spiritual learning as well. Yeah, I would feel like this walk, if he once it's completed, it will be able to resonate with a lot of people, and it will act as almost like a spiritual lessons for a lot of people, and it is, since Jimin is a life path number 11, I guess it is also in his soul missions to do this kind of work. So yeah, so now let's shuffle this and find out if there is any last messages that we can get to know about Jimin's solo project. What can we know about Jimin's solo project? We've got focused. This is interesting because it says focus, but is it a leopard? The leopard is, he's not focusing at all. He's paying attention to the falling of the snow. So the feeling I get on this is like focusing on the surrounding, what is going on around him. It also goes with like learning from the surroundings, so pulling in all the resources, observing, and absorbed everything that he can to prepare himself for the work that he would want to work on. I think. Let's guess one last card. Enlightenment. See, enlightenment. This is like spiritual lessons. It is what it is, and it's like guided by the spirit. It also, this work, even though Jimin hasn't had the certain idea of how he would execute it, or how he would do it, but once it's done, it's like a source of peace and healing, source of comfort for a lot of people. It's like when it's like a place you will come to escape the world for a little while, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like after you come home from a rough day, you just hop on this ship. Is it a ship? It's a sailing boat, just to get away for a while, through his music or his dance, or just like immerse yourself in Jimin's world and get away for a while, getting recharged, getting refreshed, so you can come back and live in your world full, like more replenished after that. I think that is really, really beautiful, because that's what I look for in the music or in the art that I feel connected to, is help me to escape the reality for a while. But yeah, that would be really, really beautiful. I will be looking forward to this. So I think that's all that I see for Jimin's solo project. And I do really hope this will somehow come true. But of course, the energy is always changing, so these are just predictions. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I did really enjoy doing it. And please stay safe and stay healthy and stay positive wherever you are. And I will see you in the next reading.